This morning I want us to talk about something small. Fact. This morning breakfast is reminding you, is a call to faithfulness, is a call to your availability, controlling your 5M, controlling your mind. Why do we need to control our mind? Our mind, simply, it's like a jerrycan. Iyo wamaze kwimenya ibintu bitatu ntabwo bijya bikuba. Good morning, everyone who is attending to Mind Breakfast. This morning, our Mind Breakfast is going to emphasize on 5M, controlling your 5M, controlling your mind. And what does it mean, controlling your mind? Controlling your money. What does it mean, controlling your money? Controlling your mouth. And what does it mean, controlling your mouth? Controlling your mood. Why do we control our moods? And controlling your manner. Why control our manners? And we are going to just speak into that. And why do we need to control our mind? Our mind, simply, it's like a jerrycan. Whatever you feed in your mind, it's what comes out. And the mind generates, it serves as an engine of our body. Whatever our bodies do are generated from our minds. And the mind, if our mind is strong, then it will be strong. If our mind becomes weak, then we've been already weak. And what we feed our mind is what brings us to who we become. And we feed our mind through what we see. We feed our mind through what we read. We feed our mind through what we watch in the movies, videos, and all that. And where do you spend a lot of your time? That determines how you feed your mind. And it's the mind, it's the central processing unit of your body. If you feed it with positivity, then you're going to be positive. If you feed it with negativity, then you're going to be negative. If you feed it with trash, then you're going to become a headquarters of trash. My question is, how do you control your mind? And you control your mind by controlling what you feed your mind. Get right sources of information to feed in your mind. Read right books that are in line with who you want to become. Read like from trusted sources. Watch the videos that are going to inspire you to become more. Listen to music that is going to make you better, that is in line with who you want to become. Because whatever you feed your mind is going to produce who you become. Let's talk about mood. Not everyone who hears you or who sees you is for you. Some are against you, some are not for you, and some are for you. That's why you shouldn't share your mood with everyone. Your emotions are something impressive, something expensive. They are not to be shared with everyone. Some people are happy because you're failing, and sharing your challenges, sharing your sufferings will make them enjoy the moments more. And it's you to control your mood. Second on that, at times when we don't control our moods, we end up making permanent decisions in temporary occasions because we are influenced by our moods. Never, ever take a permanent decision in a temporary mood, in a temporary situation. Go out of the captivity of your moods. Release all that you need to release. Break the chains of your situations. Research shows that 10% is 10% of what we are is a result of what happens to us, and 90% of who we are is a result of how we react to what happens to us. Controlling your mood will give you courage, will give you a strong stand on managing and perceiving positively what happens to you. I will tell you a story of someone. It's a story of an author, someone who loves writing, and when he was writing about his 2023, he wrote something sad. He wrote, like, he had a lot of moments, and he said 2023 has been a worst year in my life, where my son, who was almost graduating from medical school, got an accident where our car was damaged too much. It's a year where I lost my mother, and it's a year where I lost my lovely job that I have been working for the last 30 years. And it was too sad. It was too bad. And the year was ending up as a mess. His wife saw the letter, and she went back, and then she wrote another letter, a revised edition of that one. And she wrote, 2023 has been a year that blew our mind to understand how precious God is. This year, our son was protected from a deadly accident. Even though our car was damaged, but the life of our son was restored. And we appreciate God for this wonderful year. This year, my husband retired from a job that he's been faithful in for the last 30 years. And he had got chance to sit down and write, as it has been his passion for the last many years. He has got a precious time to concentrate on something that he loves too much. And he said, this year has been a great year to us, where my mother-in-law, a mother to my husband, rested well without suffering pain at her old age of 95. And we thank God and glorify God for how faithful, how wonderful he's been in 2023. And then she brought the letter to the husband. When the husband saw the letter, his perspective changed. Why? Because the wife was able to control her mood. When you control your mood, you change perspectives. Let's talk about controlling manners. Manners are our behaviors, are how we do things. And they are affected more by association. And how do we associate with those people, and who do we associate with? There is an African proverb that says, tell me who you walk with, I will tell you who you are. Where do you spend a lot of your time? Who do you spend a lot of your time with? Because witness produces likeness. We draw our manners, we draw our behaviors from our peers, from where we spend a lot of time, and from the movies that we watch, from the mind that we fed a bit earlier. So what you feed on your mind will control your manners, and your manners will take you where you should be. They say a beauty of a queen takes her to the palace, but her character, her manners determines how long she spends there. So, where are your manners taking you? In this morning breakfast, we remind you to control your manners for you to become better. Let's talk about mouth. There is a quote that I love so much. It says, people might think that you're foolish until you open your mouth and you remove all their doubts. The moment you open your mouth, you tell us who you are. And the power to control your mouth gives you the power to control how people perceive you. Because you're the one that gives people the image. And I like telling my friends that everyone has the right to give himself a name. And the whole world has a responsibility to call him that name. Mu Kinyarwanda baravuga ngo uwigize agateba yora ifu. Icyo uziyita nicyo tuzaguhamagara. Gusa ibiri ku mutima nibyo bisesekara ku munwa. Ibyo uzuzuza umutima wawe nibyo tuzumvisha amatwi yacu. Ni nabyo bizavamo izina ry'ukuri ryo kuguhamagara. Ariko nurinda umunwa wawe ukawukontrola, uzaba umuntu udasanzwe. Let's talk about money. Money is a precious thing. And controlling your money is controlling your life. Because the Bible says, where a man's treasures are, his heart will be. Your heart is always follow your treasures. And currently, a lot of treasures are counted into money, francs, dollars, euros, and all that. How do you spend your money? And where you spend your money shows where your heart is, what you stand for, what you trust. If you love your family so much, you will spend so much to your family. If you love lust, if you are full of lust, then you will spend a lot to satisfy your lustful lifestyle. If you love whatever you would think about, you will spend towards that. The power to control your money will give you the power to control your life. Money has one principle, and that principle says, if you save me now, I will save you in the future. And if you master that principle, then you will live an irregrettable life. But again, understand that money should not control you, but you have power to control over money. The moment you lose that control over money, money will take over the control over you. And the worst thing with this era and generation of ours is that we do the jobs that we don't love to get the money that we don't need, and we use that money to impress the people that we don't love. And if you use your money in that way, then regret will await you in the other corner. Control your money. Control your manners. Control your mind. Control your mouth. And control your moods. Because your moods are very key. And all these 5 M's are intersected. If you can't control your mind, you will never control your mouth. If you can't control your mouth, then your moods will be released out. And if you can't control your moods, then your manners will automatically come out. And if you can't control your manners, they will influence how you spend your money. And then you won't have control over your money. And then you will sit to regret your lifestyle. Ladies and gentlemen, Today's Mind Breakfast is calling you to control these 5M: your money, your mouth, your manner, your mood, and your mind. Have a wonderful day. Stay inspired.